What up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel, Warriors. What's up? How's everybody doing tonight? What's up? Tap into the, you got 18 people on here.
What up, everybody?
Pasadena, Minneapolis. What's up, Kimberly? Brian from Oregon. What up? What part of Oregon? Walter, Albuquerque, Idaho. What up, U-Rod? San Gabriel Valley, Bambi, what up? Rochester, New York, I see you. Oh, thought they arrested me today? Yeah, they got that Tesla driver. That dude was nuts. Dude was absolutely nuts. Medford, Justin Bieber, what up? Chicago, that's right. I have love for Chicago, man. I've never been there. I want to go there. I think I need to go with somebody who knows how to maneuver around there. Miami, El Cajon, Monterey County, Gilbert, what up? Fresno. The Lotus, yeah. I do my best to read your guys' comment and to reply. You know, we're doing this together. Bakersfield, Whittier, Nebraska, Corona. Fuck yeah, you guys are rolling deep. 62 people. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you we'll get these questions going right now. We'll just shoot the shit. Hey, my latest videos have been fire, man. I've just been dropping it, like letting loose kind of. It's kind of holding back in the beginning. What up, Robert? What up, Joseph? Bit holding back, and now I'm just kind of, letting loose. Let's see. There's a way to do questions on here. Hold on one second. There we go. All right, I put it right there in the chat box. It says ask a question. So go ahead and ask right there. It should be able to pop up as I see this. Monrovia, that's what's up. Alejandra, Danny, what up? East LA, yeah. Thank you for that, man. My content, yeah, I've been fucking letting loose lately, like I said. Gil, what up, man? Hey, I could tell you're a Dodger fan, bro, like you said. It's all good. It's all good. Oh, somebody asked a good question right there in the chat bar. Let me figure out how to do this shit. So we'll go to, boom. So, hey, that's two already. So, but it's not popping up. So the question that was asked was, why isn't it popping up? I don't know why it's not doing that. So the question was, how will the cops in the Tyree Nichols case do in prison? The second question was, what's your opinion on the Memphis situation? I'm assuming that's the same question, right? That's right, yards open. So, my opinion, you guys have to understand something, man. If you guys haven't figured it out by now, I refrain from giving opinions without knowing facts. I refrain from speaking on subjects without knowing facts. Just because it kind of makes people lose credibility. It kind of just you can't. It's not good when people speak on shit they don't know about. But since you guys are asking, yeah, I saw the video. I saw the video. It was like a long video, man, and it's just what's my opinion, man? And how will the cops case do in prison? They're not gonna the cops if and when they go to prison, it's not gonna be cool for them, right? The inmate population is gonna remember that, and you guys can give your feedback on there. But my opinion is, hey, they did what they did. It was on camera. From that was a long time. What was transpiring in that video was a long time. It was a long time, right? As a law enforcement officer and as a professional, my goal was to always end the situation as fast as possible. Because the longer that something goes on, the worse that it gets. And clearly you guys saw that. So that's what I say on that. The other third question was, how's the VA with after service issues in your experience? I first went to the VA in 2005 when I first came back from Iraq, and it wasn't a pleasant experience, but I never gave up, and I kept going back. And they were there for me. Like, I ended up going to rehab for my drinking at the VA, and they came through. What country would I like to visit with my family? I'm surprised you guys aren't seeing these questions, or maybe you are, I'm not sure. I love Europe. I went back with my wife to Europe. That was cool. I like Europe. What will happen to people like Daryl Brooks? Man, I honestly don't even know who Daryl Brooks is. I'm drawing a blank. Let me know who that is. I'm drawing a blank, man. Somebody said you hear kids. Yeah, my daughter was running around here, man. Remember I told you she... You guys saw my video. I do be yelling at her at the store, get your ass up. You're embarrassing the family name. I'm not strict, but, you know, I do have to establish that presence. El Chapo, what's good? Victor Rios, Yards Open. Kane, Jose, Donovan. Saludos from Azusa, what's up? San Jacinto, Brawley, California. For all of you guys that don't know, I'm from Brawley, originally. Justice, what's up, dude? Good interview, man. People liked it. It was a perspective that people had not got to see before, right? And it was a unique experience, man, for sure. Heisenblue wrote, how far along the transgender transitioning process have you seen someone be while locked up before they would be sent to a woman's prison? Well, not that I've seen it. I didn't go over there and see it. I didn't want to. But a male got his male parts chopped off and now had female parts. But you don't even need to be doing all that to go to a woman's prison. All you have today is, today I feel like Sally, now I want to go to a female prison. Stockton, what up? 209. Diaz Brothers. CSP Sack in the house. What's up? You guys are rolling fucking deep. Hell yeah. Mail call. Pretty fly for a Wi-Fi. I seen your comment, dude. Thank you. Donovan. So, Loco Barry Road, they got caught. Simple as that. Yeah, they did. They fucking went too far. Now they're arrested. Do I recommend being a corrections officer? I tell people it's a good gig. It's as long as you know how to navigate the landmines, and there's a lot of landmines. Hemet, what up? God damn it. So, Shanice wrote, what's the wildest stuff that has come through the mail at RJD? Well, drugs, but that's not really wild. what do they got that? They melt down the meth. They put it behind the stamps. The happy cards. That's what they call it when they iron on dope, heroin onto a card. The girls always be sending pictures of their body parts or stuff like that to the inmates. You can't do that, but they be trying. Daryl Brooks is the guy who ran over people in the Xmas parade back in 2021. I don't think anything's gonna happen to him as far as prison. Like they're not gonna like beat him up over doing that. People have done some wild things to land themselves in prison. Yeah, it's all good, Gil. I'm like multitasking over here, man. Buckeye, Arizona. I love Arizona too. A lot of my army brothers live in Phoenix area. Easy, what up? What do I think about Epstein suicidal? That's another thing. Oh shit! Almost fucking broke my back. Workman's comp right there. I be hitting the gym so hard, man. So Epstein, I don't really get into like politics or like definitely not Hillary Clinton. I'll tell you that much right now. Not gonna happen. But there's a lot of shit that I see weird or coincidence or a little too close for comfort. Like my videos on playback right there. Almost a shit right there. Lotus, good looking out, man. I appreciate that. Oh, here's another good question. FP Liberal wrote, how hard is it to hold the line as an officer and also show respect to the inmates? It's damn near impossible these days. It's impossible. I say it's impossible because the situation, certain prisons are worse than others. RJD is notorious for this. They stack the cards against you. So you're afraid to even breathe, afraid to even blink your eyes, and you're going to get hurt. If you hesitate when if you're about to get assaulted or you are getting assaulted and you hesitate because you're afraid of getting fired, you're going to get hurt. You might even get killed. It is extremely difficult. And honestly, I couldn't stomach that anymore. I couldn't live with that responsibility. So here I am. Here I am on the YouTube with all you warriors in the garden. This is way better. Is sergeant, lieutenant money worth promoting from officer on up? Hey, thanks for that. Holy shit. FP Liberal, thanks for that. $20, bro. Fuck yeah. Thank you. Appreciate that. For real. Speaking about promotion and money, the money from officer to sergeant is not worth it. The money from officer to lieutenant is worth it. Unfortunately, you got to go through that sergeant rank before you hit LT. It's worth it. And I want you guys to realize something, man. Since we're on the live, we're shooting the shit, we're interacting like we always do. I have plenty of partners, peers, lieutenants. Some of them are content. Some of them are oblivious. Think about it. If you're dumb, you don't know what's going on. You don't know the difference between right or wrong. Or you should, but like, if you don't care about the officers, if you don't give two fucks about the officers, what is it to you if the administration is burning cops? It doesn't matter what any which way you slice it. So, me as a person, as a man, I could not stomach it anymore. It was too much to bear. On the real. So if you have morals, values, or ethics, the department will test you. Test you. How are you going to respond? How are you going to reply? You're going to stand on your own 2 feet, or you're going to buckle like the rest of the spineless cowards? Brian Wood wrote an excellent question, man. Lieutenant, with the dirt you are dropping on CDC, would you be surprised if you get contacted by state office doing an investigation inquiry on CDC? Okay, perfect question. Remember, to me, life is chess. I will never put myself into a position that I cannot get myself out of, including this position. So when I read that, I'm not dropping dirt on CDC. I'm simply speaking the truth, speaking the facts. I can get in trouble for lying about stuff that didn't happen, but everything I'm saying is facts. This is beautiful, right? The ball's in my court. The ball's in Hector Bravo's court, right? And I would be dumb to not have the ball in my court. Nobody has contacted me yet. Let me tell you something, Brian. What should happen is Sacramento should see what I'm saying, and what they should do is saying, oh my God, we have a problem with corruption at the highest levels of the department. We need to fix this ASAP. We need to cut the fat, right? Trim the fat, get rid of the fucking lames, the spineless cowards, the yes men, yes women. We need some heavy hitters. We need people with brains, people with communication skills, people with respect, people that know how to talk to inmates, people that know how to talk to staff. That's what they should do. But CDC is CDC, man. I don't anticipate that. Has there ever been a situation where an inmate gets personal info on the CO's home address and stuff like that? Yeah, there has. There has. Their social media. We're very careful about that, but they still find a way. It's not hard. It's everything's on the internet. The homie Gil, he's been a day one also. He wrote, did you ever come across family friends while working prisons that asked you for favors or said you would help them while they were incarcerated? No, the weird kind of thing, acquaintances that I would meet, not like friends, acquaintances, they would say, hey, I know so-and-so, they're in prison. Can you send them? They would ask for weird shit, not illegal shit, just like, hey, can you get a hold of them for me or something? And I'm like, I would just ignore them. That was irrelevant. That was not going to happen. E-Ticket wrote, have you ever seen a CDC guard end up with an inmate? Yeah, all the time. All the time. Eagles or Chiefs? Fuck. Man. Eagles. I'm a Cowboys fan, though. Hey, we have 128 viewers. What's up? Tap in. I love you guys. Hit the like button. We only got 43 likes. Let me like this shit right here. All right. Hey, I'm going off both lists right now. I'm going off the live chat and I'm going off the question box. So if you have a question, put it in the question box. If you want to say what's up, I will shout you guys out in the live chat. Something new I'm trying. Seeing if I could get some... these questions should be popping up on the screen, but they're not, man. Hyson Blue, another regular wrote, what are your thoughts on using ex-cons as liaisons for staff or things like how to talk to inmates, improve conditions, etc., etc.? I mean, you could even use... Look, a lot of you guys get upset when I use the word inmates, right? There's inmates and there's convicts. I use the word inmate. That's just a word that flows naturally. For me to say convicts would me to say like old school prison guard, right? I'm not an old school prison guard, but so inmates. I think that you can use real inmates, like they have the Mac body. You have your influential inmates that are at the top of the food chain in their own organization. Talking squashes a lot of things. A lot of things. It doesn't stop everything. It's not going to quell everything. It's not... Violence is going to erupt, right? But talking helps a lot, tremendously. FP Liberal wrote, what's the difference between how the male officers and the female officers interact with the prisoners? It depends, man. You can have female cops, female COs that are down with the business, that carry themselves professionally, don't play around. And then you have, well, it doesn't matter whether you're a male or female, because you can also have a male inmate, or a male CO, I should say, that's very soft-spoken, that's kind of scared, that's like a like a bitch. And mind you, I'm not trying to preach like, hey, be some hardcore prison guard. That's not what I'm trying to preach, man. What I'm trying to should put you guys up on game is that navigating in a prison system takes brains, right? It's not just about muscle. It takes brains. It takes communication skills. It takes developing that rapport, right? That's what it takes to be successful. The homie Joe Mack wrote, "Where do you think the whole correction department is going to be 10 years from now?" Oh my God, man, I don't know. Hopefully, this will be a turning point of some sort. I'm not banking it on it, but who knows, man. Did you work in any prison where Northerners the most? I never, ever, ever worked around Northerners. I was always down south. I did go on Boxer's YouTube channel, the Paradigm Media News. That was cool to chop it up with him. Simon Rowe, have you ever had fellow officer have a family member locked up and it caused a problem? No, it didn't cause a problem. They were definitely locked up, but it didn't cause a problem. There's kind of measures in place to prevent problems from happening. They'll either ship them out, separate them. It's not going to cause a problem. Mr. Bionic works for the Department of State Hospitals as a psych nurse. He knows my struggles. Man, I can't imagine. How do I feel about MCRP? I feel helping out. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, let's be real about it. Do I consider myself a Republican or a Democrat? Neither, but definitely not a Democrat. Carlos wrote, are you afraid to talk about how deep correctional officers are embedded with prison gangs? Impossible to smuggle phones into prison without CO help. Well, it's not impossible because you have free staff. You have nurses, you have psychs, you have all kinds of people that can, janitors, that can and do bring in cell phones, but like only a couple times, maybe like 2 times, I've seen staff seriously involved with criminal organizations. Other than that, they're just being used as mules. I don't consider that heavily involved. It's you're fucking doing their dirty work, but you ain't breaking bread with the higher ups of their organization. You're not. You're just being used. How is nursing staff treated by the inmates? I had a RN, a homie. What do they call him? Registered nurse? Actually, he was an LVN. Cool ass dude. He was from LA area. Fuck, I forgot which part. I met him. He tells me like this. Hey, girl, good looking out on that. Yeah, I appreciate that, Angel. It says, Lieutenant, you got to master verbal judo in order not to get hurt. The retired. So, yeah, verbal judo, communication skills. Trust me, your words can start a riot or stop a riot. I always said that. Not everything, right? Nothing's 100%. It's fucking prison. It's volatile. But what you say, you can calm crazy fucking inmates. I was very, very good at that. These inmates were fucking crazy. The crazy ones. You have to be able to use your words. So my homie that was an LVN at Centinela, he tells me, hey, bro, this is the worst job ever for a nurse. I said, why? Why, dude? And he's like, bro, I joined nursing to help people. He's like, here I am. Man, they hate me. They're taking advantage of me. Like a lot of them are faking it. Right? So I could see what he was talking about. Tomorrow I just might drop a video of all the medical fakers. And some dude that works for the ambulance service that used to go to Donovan tapped in on my comments. I can guarantee you guys. Hey, all my warriors watching, let me ask you something. have you realized that what I'm saying is the truth, and other people are like, what are these like? Just confirming what I've been saying all along. And as a matter of fact, I implore more people to speak out. This is how we're gonna affect change. Yeah. So, did you bring your work drama home with you, or did you leave it at work? Both. I would subconsciously bring it home. By like, if I had a fucked up day, I would just be very, very, very quiet, which is not fair to my wife or to my daughter or to the dogs. If the dogs were close enough, they might catch one. Nah, just kidding. That was a joke that I used to say. Never put hands on my dogs, except when they would take a shit on the carpet. You know, they fuck. We took one today. Make sure you hit that like button, people. I don't know what it does, but I like those thumbs ups. But as far as like YouTube, it just looks good. Uh, EBK family, what up? As always, AC Lopez, Kavanaugh, I see you. Oh man, Trevor Woodruff wrote. This is a good one, man, and I feel like this one's been a long time coming. Okay, he wrote, talk about the staff assault with Daeme and a Green a couple years ago. All right, Trevor, this one's for you, my boy. Here it goes. Pay attention, people. These are what the lives are about, man. Loosening up, chatting with the troops. Look, this is a long time coming. This is something I did not want to speak about, right? Because it was a messed up situation. I've always skirted around things. I've always dropped hints. I've always said this. I've always said that. Look, man, however long you guys have been following me, you guys know that what we went through at RJD was corruption from the administration. It was extremely scary, unfair, damn near criminal. I'm not a lawyer, but I'm pretty sure there was some criminal activity happening. Even retaliation and targeting should not be happening in the workplace by the higher ups. That administration created a atmosphere of danger, extreme danger, right? You're already in a prison. Prisons are dangerous enough. What you did was add unnecessary danger. That warden hired buffoons, incompetent buffoons, right? That made it to captain in 9 years. How that happens, I don't know. Even after warnings and complaints and stuff, they still left that guy there. Well, yeah, like somebody stated in the in the comment, there was some heavy influential people on that yard from a certain prison gang, from a certain criminal organization. Now, certain people shouldn't be in power anywhere on any side of the house, right? Some people shouldn't have power over here, like that captain. Some people shouldn't have power over here, like the person I'm talking about. Those two dummies putting their heads together kicked off that yard. Kicked off that yard in the most ugliest manner, in the most expected manner, right? You can, I was going to say babosadas. Imbeciles can only, minds that don't work right is going to end in catastrophe. And that's what happened, man. Like, that's what happened. The yard blew up. Those inmates went all the way in, man. They went all the way. They had weapons. They were stabbing the cops. One guy got stabbed all over the back. The other guy got stabbed in the mouth, knocked out his teeth. Batons got confiscated. They were smashing dudes in the officers in the face with batons. Pepper spray got confiscated. They were spraying officers in the face with pepper spray. All as a result, all as a 100% result of the environment that was allowed to happen, right? The warden would allowed all this. When I would work on that yard, fuck, it was sketchy for me to work on that yard because I'm a man, right? I was a lieutenant, but I also know chain of command. So if I got a captain telling me to do this kind of dumb shit, he was new to that prison. That captain was new to that prison, so I didn't know he was a fucking idiot. You find out later, this guy was an idiot. Hell yeah, 162 watchers. I don't know if I answered your question, bro, but that person transferred to the joint I'm at. Ooh, man. Dude, good luck. But it could... And it can be in the military, man. If you got dumb leaders in the military, you're going to get people killed. Ray, what up? As always, man. Who's that? KC fan, thank you for that. Hey, you guys are showing love tonight, man. I appreciate that. Hey, don't trip. If I don't get to your guys' questions, I will get to your guys' questions. This is going to be a fire fucking night. How do you feel about the Delta Yard being turned into a level 2 non-designated? Oh, man. I heard it was going to be a level 2. I didn't hear it was going to be non-designated. But that kind of makes sense. The state's a disaster, man. The state's a fucking disaster. They don't even know what they're doing. They're just doing it. Hey, Aquatic said you kicked your dog when you came home. That was a joke I used to say, bro. It was a funny joke. I thought it was funny. All right. Don't trip. I'm getting to all these questions, people. We have 170 viewers. What's up? Tap in. Hit the like button. KC fan, here you go. Why did they allow female COs to wear tight-ass uniforms, false eyelashes, and tons of makeup, and use visitors, and us visitors are given a hard time on what we wear? That's accurate. That's fair. That's 100% fair. I will say this. I never understood the fake eyelashes. I don't get it, right? I don't get it. I don't know who told them that, hey, this is what guys want. We want to see this. I never said that shit. But yeah, some girls in uniform do be wearing them too tight, yes. But also I worked visiting. I worked visiting as a lieutenant. That was a chill gig. I'm going to tell you guys a story about that too. When I found weed in my office, right? They must have dumped it in there. Anyhow, yeah, like some girls go to visiting dressed like very, very provocative, like short skirts, very tight fitting. It's like do everybody a favor and just meet halfway in the middle, more towards the conservative side, because they're not going to let you in. They're not going to let you in. It almost seems like, I'm not going to say there's more female staff that work visiting because it's male and female, but they trip on that for sure. Plus, there's little kids in visiting running around, probably sex offenders in visiting inmates. So we don't want that. We don't want them preying on you guys or giving you those eyes. It's fucking disgusting. Hey, somebody wrote, you have helped me with my trauma and I appreciate this like therapy for me and keep it up. I'm here for you guys, man. I've been through it. I fucking saw a lot of stuff in Iraq. I have 12 years of sobriety. I endured a lot of BS in the California Department of Corrections. Good times. There was good times in both, right? But the trauma affected me. It changed me. But it didn't end there. Your story doesn't have to end there. You can keep pushing. You need to keep pushing forward and change and help others. Ooh. With DJJ closing at the end of June, how do you think that will impact the counties? I'm assuming you're the juveniles. Ooh. Just look when they close mental health hospitals. You see all these people in downtowns, homeless, right? You see them in the prisons, the real mentally ill inmates in the prison. These juveniles, you're going to see them running amok in the streets, smashing your windows. Just be ready. Like, be hopeful, but be realistic. It's going to be chaos, man. How much trouble would you get in if you got caught leaving inmate a pack of gum? I would never do that, but that's called over familiar. That you're bringing in contraband for an inmate. How much trouble would you get in for some gum? You will probably get 10% of your paycheck taken away for up to a year. That will be your punishment. Don't do it. It's never going to stop at gum. One day they're going to ask you for gum. The next day you're going to be bringing heroin in your ass for them. Don't do it. I think there was a doctor at RJD that was bringing heroin in his ass for the inmates. Hey, and we got 172 live. Fuck yeah, smash the like button. And for you guys that saw my body-worn camera video today, and I love all you guys, man, and I'm being truthful. Like, don't get it twisted. It's never going to be about like, oh, we have body-worn cameras, now we can't beat up these inmates. That's not what I'm preaching. That's not what I said. It's what I'm saying is, and I'm also not going to say that officers never use excessive use of force or unnecessary use of force. They did. They 100% did, right? Not 100% of officers, but yes, unnecessary and excessive use of force happened. They got caught. They got whatever the punishment was. A lot of them get fired because there's more that goes into the story that gets them fired. They'll lie about it. They'll falsify reports. They'll get their partners drug into it, change up their stories. All this plays a role, right? It was the way that the administration came after the staff as a result of the cameras that was shady. Fat Leonard? I don't know what a Fat Leonard is. So Juan, to answer your question, do I think it's going to cost the state more to hire more people to investigate all the allegations as a result of the cameras? Yeah, they've created a monster. It went from the Office of Internal Affairs to the Ames, and then after Ames, they just made up some other word. It's the same shit. They're running in circles, chasing their own tail, following these allegations. Joe Mack wrote, did I ever watch the old school 80s movie Lock Up, where the warden had a ton of power and did a lot of sketchy stuff? Was that realistic? They have perceived power. They have perceived power. Like, yeah, they can have sex with their secretaries or OTs. That's perceived power. That's a little something they shouldn't be doing, but they could do it. They can tell all their captains, hey, you Rod, thank you for that. They can tell all their captains jump, and these idiot buffoon captains will be jumping, right? Jumping and sucking, you know what, at the same time. That's a perceived power that they have. You get a real motherfucker like me, look at them and they're a joke. That's not power to me. Look at them. Those wardens are still employed by the California Department of Corrections. Miserable. You think when they go out to town, people are saying what's up to them? No, they're looking at them like, look, there goes that sorry sack of shit over there. It's disgusting. I couldn't operate that way. Raul wrote, every prison system, you got some cool cool COs. You got some COs that take the badge over their head. Yes. Yeah. I'm keeping it honest. I'm keeping it fair. And I've been talking to more people, more officers from other prisons and OGs that retired, and it reminds me, there was some partners you would work with that would put you in bad spots, put you in real bad spots because of that type of behavior. You would have to either check them before, check them during, or just cross your fucking fingers and hope you didn't get your ass kicked that day as a result of the BS. I'm so glad I'm not there anymore. I don't got to worry about any of that. I don't got to worry about if I have an imbecile for a partner. I don't. This is great. It's absolutely great. Was there ever an inmate that you liked or tried to help? Were you ever able to make a difference in someone's life for the good? It's not that I didn't. I never liked an inmate, right? That's not. We're not gonna go there. I didn't go there, but I was a fair one. I'm a fair dude. I'm telling you. And I used to tell these guys too. I think word got around because the majority would not come to me with bullshit. You know what bullshit I'm talking about, right? Like clearly, blatantly lying to me when I already know the truth. They would just come up to me straight up. Hey, this is what happened. This, and this. Not ratting, but like, hey, fucking lay it out there. What's up? And that's how. Oh, man. Jason asked a good question, and I'll answer it for sure. He asked, how do you guys know when someone visiting is taking something in? One way is we already know beforehand, right? There's an informant that gave up information that so-and-so is going to get, is going to hit in visiting, right? Going to get some clavo, going to get some dope. Number two is you can smell the marijuana clearly. Oh, I got to tell you guys that story. I found weed. I found a bindle of weed in my Kleenex box in my office. That was a funny story. I think that weed got in there. I think must have been questioning a lady, a visitor, and these people are slick, like Houdini. At some point in time, she must have moved the bindle from point A to point B. Man, I was sitting in my office like, the fuck? People were coming in. They're like, damn. Yeah, I eventually found a bindle and I disposed of it per California policy and procedure, right? Fuck that. Like, they did a fast one on me. Here's a good one, and I'm fucking notorious for this. So, like, if a female was acting suspicious, right? And I say female, it can be male, but the majority, 98%, were females. If I suspected something, right? We got 181 watchers. Hit the like button. If I suspected something, I would tell the ladies like this, or have my people tell the ladies like this. Hey, we suspect that you have contraband. Because they'll be sweating, they'll be shaking. They clearly got something. Clearly. Nervous people act a certain way. Well, I'll say you have two options, ma'am. You can submit to a unclosed body search, a strip search in the back with another female officer, or you can go home. They'll be like, bye, I'm going home. Later, whoo, gone. And I would tell the cops like this, look, we accomplished the goal. The drugs didn't come into the prison and we don't have to write reports. And they would be like, oh, we get it. I had a different style, a wild style. Makes sense to me. Let me know if you guys like that tactic. I like that tactic. It's a good tactic. You want to talk about gray area, right? That's a gray area. Nobody got arrested. The drugs didn't come in. No reports had to be written. Ultimately, the goal is to not let the drugs come into the prison system. It worked. Ooh, common sense. Here's a good question. How did your admin handle the statewide hunger strikes? This was back in the day. 2012, 2011, 2013. I was an officer. I was like five years under my belt. And we heard all these inmates were on hunger strike. Everybody went on hunger strike. I didn't know who was who, what was what. I didn't know much about prison gangs or those members. To us, it was more like, and I'll be honest with you guys, man, I'm not trying to be rude or disrespectful. I didn't understand. I was like, well, if they don't want to eat, they don't want to eat. What is it to us? That's at my level as a correctional officer. Also at my level as correctional officer was, we were being told from our higher ups, if those inmates have canteen in their food in their cells, take the canteen. Which makes sense. If you're on a hunger strike, you shouldn't want to be wanting to eat. So just from an officer's boots on the ground, that's how I saw it. That, up above us, though, they were probably making those big calls, those big decisions at that time. Right? As a lieutenant, looking back, I would handle that situation different. There would be a lot of conversations being had. A lot. Because there's a whole process with the hunger strikes, as you know, if you asked about them. So you got to wait, you got to get weighed every so often. It's kind of a big deal as far as that goes, especially on a mass scale of statewide. Yes, at Centinela State Prison, think about it. Those hunger strikes started at Pelican Bay up at the top of Northern California. The soldiers were following suit at Southern California. This is before cell phones. This is while the heavies were in the shoe. Think about that. Think about that. Oh, man. Rico wrote, Lieutenant Bravo, if given the opportunity to work in Sacramento in order to fix the major problems in California prisons, would you take the offer? Yes, it would just be weird. Like, probably nobody would want to listen to me because they'd be upset with me, right? All the higher ups. It would come from a neutral position. I'd have to apologize and say, sorry guys, sorry you guys made me take it this far. I didn't want to. I wish things would have got held at the lowest level possible. I wish the EO complaints wouldn't have fell on deaf ears. I would probably come in that way, right? Come in like, hey, fuck, hey, it's all good, right? Like if two people just got in a fight, we're all fucked up. We good? All right, cool, we're good. Now let's get down to business. That's how I would approach that. Just right off the top of my head. We good? No hard feeling, guys? Guys never gonna pull that shit again? Did you ever catch some drugs from family visits? Not family visits, from visitors, for sure, visitors. All the time. All right. Jason, you like that tactic about the visiting? Malaysia. Is somebody from Malaysia in the house? Oh, shit. Malaysia. I gotta look that up on a map. Welcome. Share this with people from Malaysia. This is great. This is awesome. Did you ever eat from the chow hall? Yeah, when I worked A5 at Centinela, AdSeg, in the morning, breakfast, the breakfast trays. Sometimes on Sundays you would get the Grand Slam, the Denny's. You'd get the eggs, the bacon, the sausage links, and like the pancakes or what the French toast. If I was hungry, hungover, I was young. I used to party. I used to drink. I would eat that shit. Not that it was good, but I would just eat it. Trevor asked, what did I think of Madden as a warden? That dude was just filling a seat, man. That dude was just filling a seat for 1 year. Didn't say nothing. Didn't do nothing. He didn't do it. He just occupied a chair for 1 year and retired. That's what he did. And I look and I size people up. I analyze them. And And I say to myself, what kind of officer was that guy? What kind of sergeant was that guy? What kind of lieutenant was that guy? Was that guy in the mix? Was that guy getting busy? Was that guy getting his hands dirty? I don't think so. I don't think so. Maybe somebody can tell me otherwise. There's no way that people just switch up and just go. I mean, I've seen it, right? But I love consistency, man. Just be fucking consistent. Tomorrow is payday. Hell yeah. Nino boy, Papa, it's good to see you, man. It's been a minute. Were you upstate or regular prison? I was California State Prison. Centinela and RJD. Valentino asked an interesting question. Do COs kick off riots for hazard pay around Christmas time because it seems like it? One, there was no such thing as hazard pay in the California Department of Corrections. You get your pay, you get your pay. Two, we never kicked off a riot like. You guys have to understand, man, that we just want to chill. The majority of us love to kick our boots up on that chair, eat some sunflower seeds, talk about what we're going to do on the weekend. Like all this talk about like gladiator days or beating, like has it happened? Yes, that would be dumb to say it never has happened. But like realistically, I don't think anybody is purposely kicking off riots. These young kids, these young correctional officers they don't even want to fight to kick off because they feel they're gonna get in trouble for using the pepper spray that they're assigned to use and trained to use. When do you stop being a rookie? That's a good question. Man, I must have had like 8 years in the department and still considered myself a rookie. And because you're always learning. Even with 16 years, you're always learning. If you have that mindset that you're always a rookie, you're gonna be all right. Of course, learn how to maneuver and use your experience and lead others and teach others, but you know what I'm saying. Corey, what up? I'm glad you finally caught you live, man. What they only knew how we felt when you told that Iraq story. I think you kind of sensed where other people's PTSD full listening, but yeah. We have 197 viewers now, right? Warriors on this channel live. And it takes a lot for me to say that I struggled. I struggled so bad when I came back from Iraq that I didn't want to live. I didn't see that it was going to benefit me. I was hurting so much and hurting those around me that I thought I would have been better off not around. That was a dark, dark time in my life. I no longer live that way. As you guys can see, I got a beautiful daughter, right? A wife, 2 dogs. It took a lot. It took a lot, right? And I'm here to share that message with you guys. Sean wrote, any good stories of a chomo getting his karma? Yeah, it's on one of my episodes. Hey, somebody wrote, what do you think about CDCR on YouTube dropping 10 videos today? Man, you're going to make me want to look that up. That's kind of funny. If that's the truth and that's what happened, it's kind of common sense, right? Instantly, I think, oh, they're trying to cover up. They're trying to cover up. They're trying to, here I am, boom, boom, boom. They're trying to cover up. That's automatic. It's not paranoia. It's the truth. I mean, have they ever dropped 10 videos in one day? Look at their history. That's what I'm talking about. Why not just address the issue? Always trying to cover up. That's illegal. Cover-ups are illegal. Always trying to cover up. Always trying to paint a facade. Hey, be fucking transparent. You want the cops to be transparent? You be transparent. Let's try that for a change. Oh my God. You ever take down a CO, beat them cheeks at work? Um, I never beat any cheeks at work. I never beat any cheeks at work. The Martin wrote, what punishment did inmates caught in possession of a cell phone receive? Inmate possession of a cellular telephone. You're going to lose family visits. For sure, you're going to lose family visits for 1 year, 3 years, and 5 years. First offense, second offense, third offense, I believe. Right? I've only been out a couple months, but I kind of remember that. It's a division. Well, you're gonna get loss of credit, right? You're gonna get 6190. Man, I'm surprised I still kind of remember this. 61 days to 90 days loss of credit means extra time on your sentence. Right? Don't quote me. I don't want to misquote and be like, oh, this guy was a fucking idiot. But like I said, it's been a little hot minute. Does CDC give priority to women or minorities when it comes to hiring? They're really big on that on that EEO right now, on that inclusiveness. Yes. Scarlett and Jesse, what up? Hey, you guys are asking good fucking questions, man. Keep them coming. We got 190 watchers. Make sure you hit that like button. Michael wrote, sup Hector, I'm new to your channel. I like it. Keep pushing forward. Thanks, brother. Hit that subscribe button and keep sharing it. And I say that because the bigger we get, the louder we get. Jason wrote, did you ever catch an inmate with contraband and let them go like you didn't see anything? One time I was doing was it count? Either count time or security check. I think it was count because that's what pissed me off. Walking around the tier, doing my count, I look in the window and the Southsiders were tattooing. I knocked on the window. I went like this to them and they looked and they're like, oh, sorry about that, kind of, disrespectful to me, put their shit away, and I just kept it moving. But that would be an answer to your question. It was a football game. I don't know if it was Super Bowl. There was a Native American or like an Indian in the cell. He asked me if he can come. This was a level 4 GP. He asked me if he can come out of the cell to give the next door neighbor something. There was nobody on the day room. I said, yeah, right. They opened the door. This dude passed what he passed under the door, but then he also went to another door. But he didn't ask me about the other door. Again, it pissed me off. He went back. So now he caught my attention, right? Now I let you do something that you shouldn't have done in the first place. Right, it's not illegal, but and when I went in there, the dude had white lightning, so like homemade liquor, alcohol liquor, and Pruno, like homemade beer, homemade wine. He had both. I said, pick one. He picked what he picked. I got the other one and I flushed it. But he got to keep one of them. It's spirit of the law, right? All within my spirit of the law. What I was taught at the academy. Technics wrote, did I ever show up to work drunk? I think that is a trick question. Am I a cat person? Ugh. I'm not one of those type of people that despises a cat. There's some people that hate cats. I don't hate cats. I don't have any cats. Nah, there's no such thing as hazard pay, bro. There's a type of pay that you get, Valentino. It's if you work at a shitty prison that nobody wants to work at, or at a location. Centinela, Calipat, Ironwood, Chuckawalla, Donovan now. They'll give you pay. They'll give you extra pay once a year to work at those prisons as a form of retention. Hey, we know that nobody wants to work at these prisons because of the distance or that. Here's extra money. I liked it, man. It always came in handy. Family trips, plus your uniform allowance. You can go on a fancy dinner. you could get the steak, you know what I mean? Man, that's the second person right now to tell me about the CDCR dropping the videos, training videos today. You're gonna make me want to look this up, man. But right now I'm focused on you guys. Recruiting videos. Hey, should I do? Let me know in the comment box if I should do reaction videos to these recruitment videos. But that's fine. Okay. Better yet, check this out. CDCR headquarters. Look, it's been brought to my attention that you dropped a bunch of recruiting videos today on YouTube. Okay, I'm going to give you the answer. Stop treating your current employees like absolute shit, and they will want to work for you. They will want to thrive. They will go above and beyond. Get rid of your incompetent managers. Get rid of them. Promote the competent ones. There's a very good one at Donovan, right? Ask the officers who the good managers are. You're going to know. Promote those people. Fix the problem. Other than that, you're just burning the candles at both ends. And everybody's waiting to retire. So it's not their problem anymore. See, guys? See how fucking... It's common sense, man. God damn it. It said, please do a reaction video to CDC dropping training videos. I don't want to like smut them up. Oh, smut them. I don't want to smut them up. That's funny. The beatings will continue until the morale improves, for sure, man. It's like a scene out of Silence of the fucking Lambs. Oh, here's a good one real quick. And then I'm going to go back to all your other questions, so don't get discouraged. Did you or anyone around you get super drunk while on patrol or duty in Iraq? Okay, super drunk? Yeah, I have the fucking photographs to prove it. It was New Year's. New Year's going from the year 2004 to 2005, New Year's Eve. I got smashed. Holy shit. They brought alcohol. It was like clear. It was almost like gasoline. We had styrofoam cups. If you didn't drink it fast enough, it would burn through the styrofoam cup. Smashed. So smashed. Oh my God. Oh my God. I had a 203 grenade launcher with the one you see in Scarface. It says, say hello to my little friend. It's a grenade launcher on the bottom of the M16. I loaded it with a high explosive round, a grenade. I was so drunk, I took off running outside because I was going to go shoot it off for no apparent reason. And they tackled me down. I don't know in my head if I thought it was a star cluster. The ones that look like fireworks, a flare. They tackled me down, they took it away, and they put me to bed. Oh, I was so shit-faced. Michigan Wolverines, what up? What's cracking? Nothing much wrote, how long until 10,000 subscribers, almost to 9K? Yeah. I can't do it by myself, guys. I need your guys' help. There's only one of me. There's a shitload of you guys. If you guys just share one video to whoever, your family member, your homie, somebody that you think would appreciate this content, that's going to help this channel grow. When this channel grows, we grow. When we grow, our voice gets louder. That's how that works. I appreciate all you guys. Southgate, what's up? I had a homie from Southgate. He joined the army. He got shot in the leg in Iraq. And I told him, bro, isn't that crazy? You left LA so you wouldn't get shot and you come over here? Yeah, it was crazy. Nothing much, bro. 10 recruiting videos? Shouldn't one be enough? I don't know, bro. I don't know anymore, bro. You're going to make me want to check. Oh, you guys are going to make... Can I do a fucking... Man, I don't know how to do a. Man, I'm gonna do. I want to do a reaction video. Uh, Papa Luna wrote, I know some of the COs enjoy the politics more than inmates. Yeah, you're gonna have your officers that gossip, your officers that love drama, sergeants, lieutenants. They fucking thrive on it. They cannot survive without the drama. They need it. There's guys that act like females. It's mind-boggling. Hating, jealousy. It's just gross, man. I can't. Hey, Martin wrote, so the COs in ADSEG and the shoe make the same as other COs. Yes, the absolute same. Technics, what up? Does the name Hector Lozano ring a bell? It rings a bell. I don't know who that is, though. It does ring a bell. It's kind of random. Did you ever catch a dirty cop? Oh, the kid. I did a whole video on dirty cops, bro. Like I said, I couldn't catch them. We knew who was dirty, but it wasn't our place to jump on their back and take them down. Giovanni wrote, what happens to the cell phones that are confiscated from inmates? Sometimes they'll donate them to schools or donate them to like homeless shelters or stuff to that nature. Key Rose wrote, Sacramento wanted to go there, so you took it there. Vámonos. they fucking look. Sacramento, you got to give it to me, right? However this ends, however far you guys shenanigans, I'm ethical. I'm honest. You got to give it to me. This was fucking classic. Oh my God. Wow. This is great. Holy shit. Nobody would have ever guessed this. Wow. Understand what I did. I collected evidence and documents for years, and years, and you guys thought you got away with it. Absolutely not. No way in hell. Fuck no. You didn't get away with it. Here I am. Holler at your boy. Oh, fuck yeah. The Martin wrote, were there ever inmates that you couldn't stand? Hey, so now we're at 102 watchers. Make sure you hit that like button, please. I want to do a video about the time I almost got my ass kicked. Oh, fuck, I almost got my ass kicked. Right here. Over a Band-Aid. Over a fucking Band-Aid. It was at Centinela. I'm going to tell you guys this story because you guys are rolling with me live right now. And it's a short story, so I don't want to do a whole video on this. I was a brand new officer, Centinela State Prison. Brand new officer, right? Like, came back from the military. I think I'm a somebody. And I'm in the clinic, right? You got female nurses in there, so I'm trying to be overprotective. Like, I'm the guard here. I'm the man. I hear an inmate. This is a GP level 3. This is the real deal, right? Like, they're not SNY. They're not playing games. He starts cussing out the nurse. Hey, you fucking bitch. Give me a Band-Aid, you fucking bitch. Give me a Band-Aid, right? So, me being new, young, full of testosterone, I stand up. This was Bravo Clinic. This was downtime. This was after yard recall, so there was no inmate movement out on the yard. I go outside, trying to yell at this inmate, hey, Ghetto, who the fuck you talking to like that, right? Oh, fuck no. Wrong answer. Wrong move. This fucking inmate turned around. He was Armenian. An older Armenian guy. Crazy. He fucking started cussing at me. Oh, I was not expecting this. This caught me aback. Right? I was a new cop. I thought, hey, I got a badge. Whatever I say goes. Yeah, this fucking I'm telling you, man. I fucking learned. So this dude's coming at me. Like, not coming at me like he wants to fight me, but coming at me like, hey, motherfucker, what's up now? Oh, fuck. As he's yelling profanities at me. And I'm realizing, like, oh shit, this fucking just went south. Immediately, I look out of the corner of my eye, see a big Armenian. The Armenians ran with the Southsiders, right? It's all about numbers. This big Armenian is now walking towards across the yard. He's halfway across the yard, walking toward me. This guy's in my face yelling at me. I'm fucking taking steps back, adjusting my baton. I'm adjusting my baton. There was no officers en route. No officers. And I'm like, oh my God, I'm about to get my ass kicked. Look up at the gun. Oh, he was probably, in the restroom or whatever. I start messing with my baton. This guy's mocking me, like acting like me, like going like this. What are you gonna do? Oh my God, my head was like, my hamster wheel was spinning. Like, oh, you fucked up, Hector. Like, what are you gonna do? Are you gonna take this all the way now over a Band-Aid? Like, this fucking dude just called you on your shit. So I see the guy coming, right? And it's like numbers. Yeah, this guy caught me off guard. And then like, now I'm going to have to fight two guys, right? This guy's big. The only thing I can say was, hey, give me your ID, man. And this dude, I swear to God, I thought this dude was going to throw his fucking ID at me. But I don't even know what I would have done had he done that. So he like hands me his ID. I grab the ID all mad. And I tell him to leave. He leaves. And I just keep his ID. Like, that was my get back to him. I was a new cop. I didn't know anything. I fucking learned my lesson. Like, hey, if you're going to do with that, then you better be ready to take it all away. I didn't do anything crazy. He was being disrespectful about a Band-Aid. And I came at him like like that. Was that Armenian from Burbank? That or North Hollywood? This is fucking crazy. That dude was not all there. That inmate was clearly not all there. Like, this dude was fucking nuts. No, I didn't fart right now. If I would have farted, I would have claimed it. Smokey the Local Bear wrote, they seen you pull their covers, so Sacramento is doing some cleanup. Cleanup is unethical. Nobody should be doing cleanup. Just be upfront, out the gate, admit. Sacramento should come out tomorrow and say, you know what? We have been made aware of some serious allegations. We will. We shall. Shall is in the word dom. We shall hold all of those accountable that violated ethics. That's what they should do. They're not going to do it. Corrections is like high school times 1,000,000. Key Rose wrote, shoot us a funny dog story. If you ever left your dogs alone and come home to total chaos. No, they ate the fucking Bluetooth. They ate the Bluetooth to my PlayStation for my Call of Duty. The dog ate the Bluetooth, man. I wasn't happy. Ooh, the Martin wrote, did working in a prison make you compassionate or make you more callous? Both. Honestly, both. It opened up my eyes to a lot of things, right? Death. I'd already seen death in Iraq. This was a different type of death. And callous. Yeah, death. So I was, yeah, some of the same things were having both effects. It was a trip. Because check this out. If a person look it, man, 197 viewers. Hit the like button. This is what I'm talking. You guys are getting oh man, 3 people just left. You guys are getting the real deal here. Somebody asked, did I become compassionate or callous? Both. As a lieutenant, as a watch commander, when inmates died, the lieutenants had to make the next of kin notification. Me. Right? Whoever was on duty when the inmates died. And inmates died all the time. I would have to go through their C file, see their mom's number, their loved one's number, their son, their daughter. And I would call the family. I never liked it, man. I hated it. I'm getting chills just thinking about it. It's just not cool. Um, One time the son died. He died of an overdose. I was not going to tell the mom that the son died of an overdose. So like you can just imagine the reactions. So the phone would drop. You'd hear the mom screaming. The son would pick up the phone. The other son, the brother, and one brother told me, he was from Riverside. He said, man, our dad just died last week, and now this. And we do not have the money to go down there to San Diego. That affected me in the way of like, man, like poor family. Poor family. Like, think about that blow, devastating blow. Life lessons, trauma, harsh realities. This person, inmates, family members lost their father 1 week prior. This inmate overdoses, and now the family doesn't even have money to come see the body. Like, that has to kill you inside. Yes, both. Not cool. I didn't like it. Did the Bluetooth pass from the dog? The dog didn't swallow the Bluetooth. He just ripped it apart into little pieces. Do you kick my dog? No, I say jokes about kicking the dog. Marvin said, "What's crack-a-lackin' soldier? I have a question. I'm an amputee below the knee. I was wondering if inmates that are amputees able to keep their prosthetics. Yes, they're able to keep them. Yeah, it's their body part. It's their extension of their body. They're considered their. Martin also wrote, "What's the funniest removal you've ever witnessed?" For you guys don't know, to California prison. In the comments, because I'm trying to keep track of who's who and what's what. Let me know if this content has helped people from outside of California understand the California prison system better. Let me know. And so he said, "What's the funniest removal?" Meaning, okay, there's an inmate that has to get beat up by their own rules, and they're getting removed. RJD's fights were bullshit fights, like fake shadow boxing, like a joke, like soccer players. When soccer players pretend they get hit and they make a scene, that like stuff like that. That was funny. It was annoying, but it was funny, right? The other removals were straight removals, right? Even if they weren't using weapons, which the majority they were, even if they weren't using weapons, they would literally beat your ass till your head was like a pumpkin. If that makes sense. Raul wrote, "This content puts CDCR on the front tier. That's good, man. Thank you." 8. Inu Piak, you said what question? I'm not answering your question. Shoot the question again. 6-time answering. Oh, did I meet any celebrities? Yeah. Suge Knight was there. Donovan, met him. I'm not meeting these guys. I'm interacting with them like regular prison stuff. The Menendez brothers were at RJD. They're infamous. Sirhan, the guy that killed one of the Kennedy guys, was there. There's celebrities there, but to me they're not celebrities. They're just regular inmates. I didn't treat them any different. Ooh, here's a good question. Jesse O. Man, you guys are getting these lives. I think I shoot off more information on these lives than anything. Can you talk about how inmates cook their food? How much food they can keep in their possession? And have they offered you a bite? This is how they cook their food. They don't have microwaves. Like a level 3 and above, you're not going to have a microwave where you can go microwave your stuff. They have access to a lot of prepackaged food. Beans, refried beans, rice, like the sardines, like the mackerel, cheese spread, the cheese whiz, right? That's how they make their spreads. They have a hot pot, so it's like a boiling water, like a kettle, a water kettle. They can warm up their water. They put their soups, right? They put all their chips. They put stuff in there. They make a spread. They other inmates will pitch in. It's like it's breaking bread, right? They also do stingers, and I haven't seen this in a minute. They will get, like, let's say paper clips, right? Paper clips, 2 paper clips with wire. They'll plug it into their electrical outlet. Which the electricity is causing the water to boil, heat, hot, right? And it'll heat up that way. They will create a flame, a fire, right? The way they do that is using their electrical socket or a lighter. If they get a contraband lighter, they'll touch they'll start a fucking fire, all right? So they'll put it under their shelving, their metal shelving unit, or under their desk, and they'll make, in essence, a skillet, and they just start warming shit up like that. Good question. Scante Warrior, what up? I always get a trip on that name. This guy said, I participated in a removal, went to the hole, came back only to have to participate in another removal, and that removal was on the individual that called the first removal. Was there a lot of that? Was there a lot of, like, shenanigans? To me, that would be shenanigans. Ooh, Jolly Roger. He asked what my favorite MRE is. My meals ready to eat. You know, guys, when you're in the military, you don't get to eat at the chow hall. You get those prepackaged meals. I love them, though. Fuck. Spaghetti with meat sauce is up there. Chicken with salsa, number 7. That one was up there. Spaghetti with meat sauce, chicken with salsa, hamburger patty. These 3 were up there. I didn't fuck with jambalaya. Jambalaya was disgusting. Do inmates watch or keep up on combat sports? If you live down the southern border, they have access to the Mexico channels. They can rig the antennas and get the Mexican boxing channels. Erlinda wrote, would you ever become a counselor or help veterans like at a VA hospital with mental health issues with PTSD? Absolutely. 100%. Absolutely. Even substance abuse counselor. 100%. Michael asked, any PREA case you witnessed or were investigating? Like, he asked, like, about rape cases. The ones were all, like, frivolous. Do I still eat MREs? I don't have any, man. I probably have some saved, like, in a prepper box somewhere, but, like... Hey, just so you guys know, I'm going to be wrapping it up shortly, so go ahead and fire off your questions. If I didn't get to you, I apologize, but this was another good one, man. Mary Estrada, what up? It's kind of, I know, if it's the same one, I know Mary there from RJD. I was a lieutenant. She was part of the Inmate Family Council. So it's kind of interesting to see these two sides talking now, right? Trying to accomplish the same goal of fixing the department. Who do I need to get a hold of to change things in the DOM? That would be in Sacramento. There's a policy, like a policy and procedure, like can't think of it off the top of my head. Like, there's a work area that deals exactly with policy and procedure changes. But to tell you the truth, those take years and years of changes for change to take place. Yeah, it's called a spread. Hey, so since you guys are still hanging on, and I'm telling you guys about like how they made the food with the hot pot and the hot water, understand that they sometimes inmates would boil hot water, put baby oil in there, and throw it on their victim, like their cellmate. If they were getting in a fight with their cellmate, oh my God, that looked nasty, horrible. It looked bad. Bambi asks, is it true CDCR keeps the lifer's body if they pass away and they don't give it to the family? No. It automatically gets relinquished to the coroner. Once it goes, we release the body. We release the body to the coroner. That body is no longer part of our inmate count for the institution. It no longer belongs to CDCR. And I'm not trying to sound cruel or inhumane or morbid. That is what happens, the process. The body gets relinquished to the coroner. Ooh, man. OC714 said, how rampant is Hep C in prison? It is bad. And somebody was telling me, hey, I think you guys hear my chair squeaking. That's what it is. Somebody was telling me that they share the same needle for the drugs. Like 100 people will share the same needle. I didn't know that. I was not under that impression. I thought it's like, hey, somebody makes a rig, and like maybe cellmates will share it. Maybe a third homie will get it on it. I did not know that needle passes. Look, man, I'm here to give sound advice. You need to stop that. Well, first, stop doing drugs. Second of all, do not share any type of needles. Don't do it. I've seen plenty of inmates die from hepatitis C. It is a slow, painful death. Looks horrible. Don't do it. U-Rod asks, when's my book signing event? My meet and greet, May 6th, right? May 6th, I'm going to have a big-ass event down in San Diego, downtown area. You guys go down there, holler at your boy, get your book signed. If you haven't already purchased my book, Operation Yard Recall. The book is called Operation Yard Recall by Hector Bravo. You can get it on Amazon or Barnes & Nobles. What's the most cowardly thing you ever seen an inmate do? Trust me, RJD, the list is too long. It is too long. I've seen some stuff that I could not even fathom, right? Like ringing up drug debts with no intention on paying. I've just seen so much non-honorable things. Giovanni wrote, is it true when you get to prison, you sign your death certificate as part of your intake process? That is not true because there would not be a death certificate formed. I believe that will only get formed when you pass away. But you do sign a next of kin notification who needs to be contacted, if you want anybody contacted when you pass away. Ooh, Smokey the Loco Bear. Tell them what happens when you eat MREs for more than a few days. I know you know what I'm talking about. So those MREs that you see people eat in the military, they will plug you up. Plug your intestines up, right? The shit that you take. Man, what do I got to show you guys? Just imagine the biggest, hardest, hard shit. Like a block of fucking clay. Like the modeling clay you used in kindergarten. But worse, frozen. That's the type of shit that comes out, right? Like, because that's what it does to your guts. That's the truth. You won't shit for like fucking 5 days, and when you do, it's just a big old, wow, that's intense. What was the recent incident at RJD you were going to talk about? That was a staff assault from an inmate attacked a female free staff member and it was all bad. An inmate attacked a female staff member and it was all bad. Oh man. Oh, you guys are wild. Hey, I'm gonna wrap it up. I see the last questions right here. If an inmate has Hep C and they get family visits, do they have to tell their partner they have it? We don't know anything about that. Like they don't. No, they don't have to tell them. Should they tell them? Yes, but are we gonna make them tell them? We don't know anything about that. We don't know what they tell their loved ones or what they don't tell them. What's more corrupt, the military or the prison? The prison. When I was in the military, it was fun, man. It was 2002. It was wild. It was the worst times of my life and the best time of my life. Jesse O wrote, "How do the inmates get so big and cut?" Um, exercise, right? Like routine, militant, and then testosterone. Something I've noticed and been doing my research, just being in that environment of being threatened every day, right? Because you're fighting for survival in essence. Your testosterone is through the roof, right? So you're gonna get like that. Do I prefer to work the yard or supervise working inmates, like the yard with the staff, the troops? All right, hey Peter Schiff, I appreciate you, man. I love your comments. I always pin that shit to the top to spread the love. 30 minutes, cool. Thanks, brothers. Yeah, next week we'll do it all again. Bring more people. Share the channel. Hit the like button. Love all you guys. Right? Continue pushing forward. Keep pushing. Do the right thing when nobody's looking. That's called integrity. You guys have a good night.